Enhanced Portals by Owls454 started as a mod to let you customize the appearance of nether portals. As you can see, a wide range of shapes and sizes are possible, and all of these are valid portals to go to the nether. Plus, with dye, you can change the color of the portals as well. But what really makes Enhanced Portals stand out are all of the control elements that have been developed, and Enhanced Portals 2 greatly expands on this concept. The first thing you'll need to do before you can use any of the special functions of the mod is to build a standard nether portal, because you'll need to obtain some glowstone dust to be able to craft the portal modifier block. The easiest way to do this early in gameplay is to mine at least 7 pieces of iron and a couple dozen blocks of gravel, from which you should obtain at least 1 flint. Use the iron to make a bucket, a pickaxe, and a flint and steel. Start by taking up some water in the bucket. Then, find a lava pool. Hey, here's one! Now, what you want to do is very carefully bridge over the lava. So, take the dirt, then of course holding shift, back out over this, and now from here start dropping the gravel in. Just until it reaches the surface. Then, very carefully hop down onto the gravel and repeat. You're going to do this until you have a 2x3 area filled with gravel above the surface. That's going to form the interior of the portal frame. Now, once you have the gravel in place, take your water bucket and make obsidian like you normally would. Since we dropped gravel in until it filled into the lava and reached the surface, we can dig out the first layer of gravel safely. And since this is a standard shaped portal frame, we can use an ordinary flint and steel to light it. Once you've secured a quantity of glowstone dust, the first thing you'll need to make is the enhanced flint and steel, which will allow you to ignite another portal of any shape or size. Whereas a standard flint and steel will only ignite a portal that's 2x3 wide. The enhanced flint and steel has higher durability as well, so it's a useful tool even outside its portal applications. Starting in version 1.0.1, you can choose between 2 sets of crafting recipes in the configuration file. The standard recipes heavily involve ender pearls, and so will require a bit of time and effort before you can start setting portals. The alternate recipes, they're intended for peaceful mode, where you won't have endermen to hunt. These recipes simply replace the ender pearl with a block of glowstone. Which configuration you use is up to you, but for this video I'll be sticking to the standard recipes. Let's start by making the portal modifier. The portal modifier is a basic block that allows access to all the advanced functions, and every portal you build will need to have one. It can be placed as part of the frame structure, or directly adjacent to it. But always be sure the purple side is facing toward the inside of the frame. But even with the modifiers, the best your portal frame can hope for is to be, well, a fancier nether portal. Until you add upgrades. Every upgrade begins with an upgrade card. From this you can craft a variety of upgrade components that affect the behavior of the portal. The one you'll be most concerned with is probably the dimensional upgrade, which allows travel between portals in any dimension besides just the nether, or dimensions generated from other mods like the Twilight Forest. To install the upgrade, select it in your hotbar and right-click on the portal modifier with it. The upgrade will be taken in by the modifier and its effect applied. Now right-click the modifier to bring up the interface. Here you have built-in options to change the thickness of the portal field from standard up to full block thickness, as well as a field to apply a block or item from which the portal can borrow a texture. For instance, let's see if it'll take a chest. And if you right-click on it again, it will revert to the default texture until you feed it another texture sample. Click to set a network. From here, there's a range of icons from which the network identity of a portal can be set. You can select up to 9 glyphs, but you can use as few as 1 for a valid address. Right-clicking a selected glyph in the selection panel will remove it from the address line and move all the glyphs that followed it one space to the left. If you hold Shift, a tooltip will appear showing the names of the glyphs and placing a clear button at the bottom of the interface. Using a paired system, both portals must be set to the same network ID and both need to have dimensional upgrades installed in order to be able to travel. The only exception is if one portal is in the Nether, in which case no upgrade at all is needed because travel to and from the Nether is the default function. The network card item can be used to more easily set up a pair of portals. Just right-click a program portal modifier to copy the information, and then when you have a second frame built, right-click the new modifier block with the network card and it'll be stored on the new portal. No need to remember the glyph sequence. Other upgrades allow you to disable sound and particle effects generated by the portal. Use alternate types of blocks to make frames, or just add them through the config file. Enable entities passing through the portal to maintain their momentum. This sadly doesn't work horizontally yet, so you won't be able to bounce someone between two portals. For now. You can also add an upgrade to connect the portal to a dialing device. The dialing devices are the new way to control the enhanced portals, allowing you to directly dial into a properly modified portal in your world. A portal upgraded for a dialing device can no longer work in paired mode. Once the dialing upgrade is set, the original network settings are cancelled and you have to enter an identifier for the dialing device to call. Every portal with a dialing upgrade must have its own unique identifier. There are 2 dialing devices and 1 extra peripheral. The basic dialing device allows you to manually input a portal identifier and connect to that portal. The connection will automatically terminate after 38 seconds, after which point you can dial another portal if you like. The automatic dialer is an add-on for the basic dialing device. You can pre-program it with 1 portal identifier, which it will call whenever it receives a redstone signal. It has to be placed directly next to the basic dialing device in order to connect with it. The second dialer, just called the dial device, stores portal identifiers in a list that you can browse and select from instead of having to input the identifier manually each time. This model also permits you to terminate this connection early if you don't need the full standard connection length. This device additionally lets you set a custom activation period or disable the automatic shutdown altogether. The dial device also lets you set a specific portal texture for each stored address, bypassing the texture setting in the portal modifier itself. Every destination can be texture or color-coded as you like, or as a visual reminder of the destination. Enhanced Portals 2 also has a tech add-on to utilize elements from Buildcraft, Thermal Expansion, and Tinker's Construct, as well as an add-on for ComputerCraft to interface with the portals. Unfortunately, I don't use any of those mods and won't be able to demonstrate their interactions. Future developments for Enhanced Portals 2 include a structure generation option that will produce certain types of ruins with portal frames throughout a world. No ETA on that release, but I'm really looking forward to it to get a greater feel of integration between mod and world. In the meantime, Enhanced Portals is a fantastic mod, and really indispensable for players that enjoy exploration but want the option to go home at the end of the day. And especially if they want to keep to elements that are obtainable and can be crafted within the game itself, instead of using things like command blocks or direct command entry which require cheats mode to be enabled. Not that there's anything wrong with that. This mod can also be an excellent tool for adventure map makers thanks to a config setting that prevents players from changing portal settings while in adventure mode. Visit the link in the description to download Enhanced Portals, and you can start violating the fabric of reality as easily as you'd walk through a doorway.